Oh, my hands are sore. Here I'm showing all the stuff that I got in the mail, and now I'm carving. Um, but I'm not going to do any more of these top carving videos because it's almost done. I didn't record anything I did last night. I didn't record anything I did today. It just seems at this point it's redundant. I'm just kind of trying to keep a good shape as I'm going down. When you start carving the arch, you get like a dip, which you want. But right after the dip, there comes like a bulge. And now I'm trying to get rid of that bulge up on top, and I'm trying to get the whole thing to curve before I, sand it over, which it's getting there. I got to take it outside one more time and gut the back out a little bit more with the angle grinder, and then it's all scraping the inside and then sanding and then fitting the neck, which I haven't messed with at all, fitting the neck to the body. But yeah, I think I'm going to just not really record any more of this because I think you get it. It takes a lot of time. That little deburr tool, I take that, and I took that on the knife, and I kind of ruined the first part of the edge because it was cutting so nice. But I kind of improved the tip a little bit, and I'm using the whenever I can I use the card. It's you only get so far too before you start to chatter, and once you start cutting on the bias, it's really easy to get that blade into the grain, and then you got something that's hanging you up. As far as taking a lot out, there's no real taking a lot out at once, not with this hard maple. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody that's got a sharper card scraper than me, or something I'm not doing right, but this stuff is just hard as a rock and it wants to tear out at some point. Two, once you get that curve going, if you're using a curved knife, or I think even a card scraper, it gets hot. So I'm literally doing this till the knife gets hot and then like setting it down. I'm using that lovely piece of burl and a nut jar full of change to keep the top down. I really should have a clamp for these and tools, but it takes a lot of time to build the tools. So basically, instead of building jigs, I just make the thing, you know. I really kind of want to bend sides for this, but then again, I mean, how acoustic do you want it if you're plugging it in? So, and I was watching something on Tassin Abasi, and he was saying that how acoustic do you want to make this, because you can actually make it too acoustic. Me, I want this thing to sound good but not be loud, because you're going to end up plugging it in. So if I wanted something loud, I would just buy an acoustic classical guitar. But and I want the playing surface. The idea of no pickups, no knobs, no nothing to bump into, just a playing surface really kind of it gets me, and that's kind of what I want with this thing. Um, Two, I really want non-intrusive pickups. Like, I would rather have something that's doesn't have to be intricately dipped into the guitar. I mean, I had a thought of putting a piezo in the bottom of the fretboard and doing a stereo signal, but I mean, stuff like that can take a long time, and the knowledge around that, I don't quite have it yet. As far as I can wire stuff together. I like humbuckers. I like the 4-wire deal where you can split the coils. I've done stuff with phase and the whole parallel, there's a bunch of different switching you can do on the guitar. Really just like the coil cut though. I mean, I like having that single coil sound on the neck. And it just gets you more sounds. I mean, just with the knob and a three-way selector, I got a switch on the knob. I'm getting 6 sounds. So, but then this will just have the one, and I just flash the thing that I bought here, which is a Stageman. Haven't opened it yet. Haven't tried it yet. Don't know if it works or not. But then again, I don't know. I got that PRS. I guess I can plug into it. But that thing is so loud that I really don't like playing it. I mean, it blows everything else away, and in that it kind of it does more than its job. I mean, but I mean it's too loud. The bass is the same way. It's got two 9-volt batteries in it, and it is kind of too loud. But I don't know. I kind of plan on making a bunch of these. So I mean, I'm not going to make a bunch of 6 strings for myself, but I would like to have a fretless version, and I would like to have like a baritone version of this guitar. But the idea of making the sound good, like you could play it unplugged, if it's quiet enough inside, kind of gets me. Weirdly enough, I have a problem with my left shoulder, but it feels really nice when I do this. So this job is kind of working out for me, and yeah, I wake up. I wake up with a sore shoulder every morning, and it's hard to go to sleep at night. But when I do this, for some reason, I'm pressing right, and it just feels good. So it's really hard to get the tip of it. The other one, there's a bulge at the tip. I'm going to have to make a tool and kind of grind it down because there's just not enough for your blade to write on. It's kind of a pain in the butt until you get the curve going, and then the knife kind of follows the curve, and kind of you can pull off a piece of wood with it. But until you get there, it's kind of hard going, you know. You really need an angle grinder or something like that to get in there. But I've seen people do it with chisels. I've seen people do it with maple with just chisels, and I've done it with just chisels before, But this maple is so hard. I mean, it's not really even worth, if you can hit it with that angle grinder. I mean, and I'm sure I have other woods that are like this. I'm sure some of those Australian burls are really hard. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm still carving it, still shaping it. It gets to the point where it gets really shiny and smooth, and the cutter won't dig in, and then it gets chattery after that, and then your knife catches going the other way. So I mean, the grain is running back and forth, and the figure is running perpendicular to that. So you kind of have to go diagonally and mine both, and then you're going around a curve, so you're constantly changing how you're going to the blade. So, but I'm just about ready to start sanding it. But yeah, I won't do another video of carving this. This is just, I mean, I wish I could get to the end of it, but I'm just gonna stick with it until it's right, you know. I have a bunch of different woods to carve these tops out of. I even have pieces of wood that are big enough to carve an entire guitar out of. And one of them, at least one of them, I want to do the fretboard with neck and body wood, just like truly one piece, like one whole piece. No glue. I would like to try this with a thicker medium too. I think an inch is great, and I can do this in an inch, but I would really like to have an inch and a half. But it's so nasty outside. I mean, there's nothing to do. I mean, I could go for a walk, I guess, but nah. Kind of not interested. It's cold outside. It's freezing out. But yeah, the thing is just to curve it and keep curving it as much as you possibly can, because that's all the shape that you're going to get right there. Once you hit it with the sander, you're just trying to maintain that. It squeals and squeaks, and I think the thinner I get it, the more noisy it's going to be. And pretty soon I'm going to be tuning it. I don't think there's going to be F holes. I haven't really decided if I'm going to make the body completely follow the top, or if I'm going to let there be F holes in the sides, or I should say sound hole, because once you change it, the shape of it, it's not an F hole, I guess. But it's coming along. You can see that it's got more shape right now, but again, I am slightly ahead of this. It's like looking into the past. I can't wait to finish this. I'm thinking about maybe super glue, just super glue finish on the top, or just rub some oil on there. The grain looks really wild too. By the time it's finished, you should see more of the figure. It is very nicely figured all throughout. It's very rare to find tops that are this big that you could do in one piece. I'm very glad that I didn't have to book match this. And I think that's the end. Thank you.